guys, welcome back to the Breakdown Automotive. Today we're filming with this, the 2017 Dodge Challenger TA. Before we jump into this video, I just want to say if you enjoy automotive content, go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel for more automotive content like this. And also don't forget to check on that notification bell to get notified every single time we upload a new video to the Breakdown Automotive. One more quick note before we jump into the video, I just want to give a quick thanks to Javian at Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram in Greeneville, Tennessee. Go ahead and check out the information on the screen now where you can buy this car for $56,000. This thing is one hell of a beast, but let's go ahead now and jump in. I have never been a huge fan of muscle cars up until I had the chance to drive the 2017 Challenger, and I have to say my mind has completely shifted. I've always been more of the mindset of having a sports car with the ability to go around corners quickly was the best way to go, and after driving this I have to completely disagree. I can never understand why people wanted to buy the Challenger over an M4. However, this car proves why. This car is absolutely amazing, and while it is a whale trying to go around the corners, it is so much fun on the straightaways, and to be fair, that's where you can have most of the fun with this car. The tires on this are insanely grippy, as well as all of the traction control does a really good job at keeping those tires planted to the road. However, I have to say there are a few times where those tires like to slip and have a little bit of fun in sport mode. Now, I didn't get the chance to try launch control. However, as fast as this car is just driving down the street, I can only imagine how insane launch control is on this thing. This one's brand new with just 57 miles on it, so I didn't want to push it too hard, but I have to say I wish I had more time with this car. In a previous video, I mentioned selling the Range Rover, and I think this might be the top contender. The 2017 Challenger is so much more refined than the Camaro and the Mustang models. The Mustang has turned into more of a sports car, and the Camaro just isn't that great of a car all over. And what makes the third generation Challenger so great is the 8-speed automatic transmission. The 8-speed automatic transmission in this is absolute perfection. The car is able to downshift and upshift just when it needs to, and lets you just have so much more fun than I would be able to in a manual. This thing behind me weighs about 4,000 pounds, and trust me, you'll see when we get inside that the battery died, and then we had some trouble getting it restarted. So there's a check engine light, and we ran out of gas, and it's been a big ordeal to film with this car. I would love to go over the infotainment system in the Challenger, the Uconnect system. However, because the battery died, there's now a check engine light, and as you can see on the screen now, it doesn't really, it doesn't work. So the Challenger is a great car up until the point where it isn't a great car when it runs out of gas and then the battery dies because it's trying to get fuel through the system. It was a big mess. But anyway, this car to just drive is the best car I've ever driven. I've driven Porsches and Audis and BMWs and Mercedes and Lexus, Range Rovers, and none of them compare to how amazing this car actually is. It's comfortable, which is surprising, and it's also a very refined ride. The interior is also really well put together. Nevertheless, there are some weird parts about the car's interior. Some of the plastics do feel a little cheap, but for this much power, for $56,000, you can't beat it. Let's go ahead and jump into the interior of the 2017 Dodge Challenger TA. And by the way, for those of you wondering, I was informed that TA stands for Trans Am, which apparently is the first race that Dodge entered using a Challenger. So now that we've stepped inside, I can tell you a little bit more about the Challenger. Like I said, because the battery died and we ran out of gas, the check engine light came on, which is no big deal. However, the infotainment system also does not work now. However, when you do this, none of it matters. When you're behind the wheel of this car with insane blind spots, as you can see, there is really no rear visibility. And to be fair, there's not really any front visibility. It just kind of has a hood scoop. But none of it matters when you are behind the wheel of this huge V8 muscle car. This is a pure muscle car. It's stuck to the Challenger's roots, and I have so much respect for Dodge for keeping the Challenger to its roots. Some other things I don't like about the car, though, are, like I said earlier, this really cheap feeling plastic. This leather doesn't really line up correctly. The plastic, as you can see, moves around way too much. However, none of it matters when you look at this. You know, we're inside the car right now, and you would think with such an exhaust and so much power that you wouldn't be able to hear anything. However, that's not necessarily true. This thing is an absolute beast at being a comfortable cruiser. So anyway, that's pretty much it for the interior. I would love to show you the infotainment system, but as you can see, it just doesn't work. That's it for the interior. Let's go ahead and jump out and get some quick sound clips. There's really not too much more to say about the interior. It has some rear seats, but just barely. And it also has some of the biggest blind spots I've ever experienced in a car. But let's go ahead and hear how this beast sounds. Alright guys, so thanks for watching this video with the 2017 Dodge Challenger TA. If you enjoyed, go ahead and leave a thumbs up. Also, check out the description below for Javian's information. And thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time.